This is the wild bee colony cutout. So we move this in now. So this would be a similar process if you first got your 5-frame nucleus. Eventually you've got to put it into a big hive anyway. It's a bit early because it's not quite fully filled this right up, so nice and easy does it. Take that off for there. They've been eating this pollen pate by the looks. Yeah, they've been chewing away at that. There's a petition, a dummy board there. I'll put that dummy board in at the back and make it a bit of a smaller cavity for them. And basically I'm going to pick all them frames up and put them in there that way round. So that'll be my first one. They go in this way round. And they're already drawing this one down, look. This is a super frame in here, and they're putting new cone down there, look, drawing it down. Oh, look, that's a nice pattern, Lynn, in there. Look at that lovely pattern, that queen, that wild bee colony cut out queen, look. That's a lovely pattern, that is. Wow. Look at that, that's lovely. So we'll put that in there. Oh, it's full of eggs. Not in there, Sheila. It's always nice to see her, isn't it, when you're moving?
Yeah.
Oh, Lynn's picked her out again. She's always picking them out, Lynn is, before me. You can see that's the wild bee colony cut out queen. Safe there, so we'll pop that in there. So it's got quite a lot of brood in there. Push that down now. There we are. I've got to shake these off now. Turn it then. I think I've got them all out. That's it, that's all those out. Shake those in there, shall I? Give them the pollen pate. Put that on there. We'll just get these off of there. Well, that is a similar process, so when you get a 5-frame newt, you've got to put it into a full hive. That's what you can do. They're slowly orientate to that now. That's only moved, what, a foot I suppose, hasn't it? 2 foot over. So that's in the middle of the stand now, and then when I put the hive next to it on top tomorrow, it'll be a bit easier for all the bees to find their way back. So we'll leave that like that till tomorrow, and I'll be back, put the newspaper in for the next stage. Right then, because we're not 100% certain there isn't a queen in here, we're almost 100%, but because there isn't, when I unite this one with this one, I'm going to put that queen that's in there in a queen cage for 4 days, just to make sure she doesn't get killed if there is one in there. It should all work out alright, but I don't want to take the chance, so that's the way I do it. Every beekeeper's got a different idea of how they do beekeeping, I think, so, but for safety reasons I like to put the queen in a cage for 3 days or 4. So we catch the, so we'll get the queen again. No? Not there. She wouldn't be, would she? No, you're going to find her easier.
She's usually easy to see, this one.
There she is.
Do you want me to hold? She's going on the other side.
She's pulling me to hide, yeah.
She is.
Yes. Got her like that then?
Yeah. Put others in there, do you?
Yeah, I will do. But
Good.
I've put the queen in there, and I've put 5 workers in there with her. So she's in there now, safe. I'll put them in there. Newspaper. Now we want some newspaper to lay on here.
How many should we do? What's it going on the top of there?
Yeah. Put onto there like that. Lay the hive tool on there, stop it blowing away a minute. I'll need to put this on now, Lynn, so when I lift it up, maybe Lynn can, well, maybe keep an eye on that for me, Lynn.
Yeah. You don't have to make holes in it though.
Yeah, do it, see. Make a couple of holes, just a couple of little holes like that. That'll do. I'll come back in 3 days and I'll check that all is well in there, or even 4 days, and these bees here that are flying here that will actually go in there. They get used to the pheromone of the brood and the eggs and the queen. All that pheromone should stop the laying worker from laying, and I'm pretty sure there ain't a queen in there because we look so well. Yeah, again then, 3 days later. I normally leave it 4, but 3 days later, and we're going to let the queen out now, so we'll go in and see what's happening quickly and let the queen out. Here we go then, everyone. Yep. We'll have a quick look in the top hive first, top box. See what's going on there, Lynn, shall we?
Yeah.
It should have eaten through now. Yeah, they've eaten through, so Look in the bottom now, Lynn. Whoa.
Just smoke them.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I've eaten through the paper, see? There's a nice lot of bees in here now, Lynn.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, I think. Well, can't see it yet, but they're all over it, so like a queen's in there, see?
Hmm.
And they're not being nasty to it, then.
No.
If you hold that for me a little while. Queen here, you right with it?
Yeah.
I'm just looking through, just to make sure there ain't a queen in there before we release that one. And let's take her out.
Got her?
If you hold that over for me, Lynn, that's fine.
This one.
Yeah. Put that on an angle like that with the camera. Now look, like that, that's it, just so the camera can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, got it?
Yeah.
Just make sure when you put her out, they don't ball her.
Mm.
There she is coming out now backwards. She's in that bit, Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
See her in there, look,
Yeah.
she's actually having something to eat, look.
Turn around now.
Mm. she's come out now, look. I'm watching now, look.
It's fine, they've been okay with it, haven't they?
Yeah. Now look. See, they're definitely not hurting her at all. Can you turn the little lens cap round thing for me, Lynn? So we'll see what I'm filming. Yeah. Where is she, Lynn? Yeah, let's see that. Just watching how they react towards her. Let's get up close so we can see. Right, can you see, look, they're just round, look, they're not hurting it. They normally be a tight ball if they want to attack the queen, so they're not attacking it. And all the bees now have united together because there was a hole through the paper. Well then, I'm not sure how far you saw that little process at the end there because the camera went off, but when we look at it, that in them 3 or 4 days the bees on the top box had eaten through the paper, and they, in 24 hours, they sort of do a circle around the hive like that, so they get used to the queen's pheromones. So when I released the queen then, if you see that bit, they was perfectly okay with her, all the bees, so I would say that they've united okay. Now then, let's go back to the thing of a drone laying queen or a laying worker. It's normally very easy to find the difference. With a drone laying queen, the queen is still in the hive, and you see the spotty drones on the pattern, so that's an easy thing to work out. Then a laying worker is an easy thing to work out because you've got 3 or 4 or 2 eggs on the cells. With this hive, don't forget, we could not find a queen after looking for it 3 times on the other video. If you look at that one, the previous one to this, we could not find her, no way. And I would say with me and Lynn looking, we definitely would have found a queen if there was one in there, and there wasn't. So it just shows you, all the books what you read about beekeeping, it doesn't always work out exactly what the books say. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't. The most important thing is, isn't it, Lynn, is don't get stressed.
No, John.
I did get a little bit stressed, sorry. I shouldn't. The main thing is, though, it's all worked out.
Well, you want to do the right thing, don't you?
You want to do the right thing. So you do get, sometimes with beekeeping, you do get a little bit anxious because you think, have I done the wrong thing? Well, you could have done. But what I would like is a comment from anybody. Maybe you could help me. Why do you think that there was eggs mostly at the bottom and not on the side? I'd never seen a worker lay right down at the bottom, and there was definitely no queen in it. So I'd like your answer to see what you think it was, because you know I'm all about being taught as well. It's not me. I'm only showing you my beekeeping. I would love for you to tell me what you think it is. So anyway, thanks for watching, and what we're going to say now, Lynn? See you on the next episode. Bye.